It's another beautiful edition of the FIFA Ultimate World Cup show, and you can imagine that we have loads of exciting highlights lined up for you today on the show. After rounds of group matches have been played, 16 teams were knocked out, including our dear Super Eagles, and the remaining 16 teams made it to the second round phase, making the tournament stronger and more interesting for viewers across the globe. South America's Uruguay became the first team to reach the quarterfinals after beating South Korea by 2-1. Another South American giant, Argentina, squared up against their neighbors, Mexico, in another sweet rivalry encounter. Manchester City's Tevez scored a controversial goal in the first half. Gonzalo Higuain stole a sluggish ball from the Mexican defender to make it 2, while Tevez scored another superb finish in what fans across the globe believes to be the best goal of the tournament so far to steal the show for the Argentines. It was indeed another disaster for English fans and English team as Germany strolled to a comfortable 4-1 rout of the football originators. Miroslav Klose scored his 12th of all-time World Cup goal after Matthew Upson failed to clear an aerial ball from the German goalkeeper. Few minutes later, another ruthless German international, Lukas Podolski, scored a brilliant left-footed finish after the English defenders once again failed to live up to their pedigree. England came back to life few minutes later after Matthew Upson made up for his error with a well-timed header. Lampard scored a well-taken goal but was disallowed for controversial reasons, which now finally led to the demolition of the Englishmen. Despite Fabio Capello's changes, 2 more lovely goals were scored from the Germans, who noticed the big hole in the English defense to secure a quarter-final fight against Argentina. Indeed, Africa still has things going its way when West Africa and former African champions Ghana beat the United States of America by 2-1 in another thrilling encounter. German-born Ghanaian midfielder Kevin Prince Boateng scored what would be Ghana's first real goal of the tournament after the nation had been heavily criticized for scoring only on penalties. The Portsmouth man made a huge move after having to drive all the way from midfield before beating past Tim Howard with a left-footed shot. The game, however, drew intensifying, and the United States, putting more effort and pressure, equalized from the penalty spot after Jonathan Mensah had committed a foul on Clem Dancy in the 60th minute. The game therefore became more and more interesting and ended in a draw at the end of 90 minutes. The beginning of extra time saw the Americans putting in pressures, but the Ghanaians were not to be the pushover of the night, and Scott Wall was set to be a cracker in the 3rd minute from striker Asamoah Gyan. Despite the United States' efforts to fight back, the game all went in favor of the African side to set up a quarter-final fight against the Uruguayan side. The second phase of the second round on Monday afternoon started with Netherlands taking on Slovakia. Bayern Munich attacking midfielder Arjen Robben came back from an injury-plagued campaign to score a brilliant left-footed shot to beat past the goalkeeper in barely 12 minutes. Despite real attacking football from both sides, the first half ended in favor of the Orange men. Now the second half started with similar version of the first, and thrilling football was played from both sides, but another unimpressive performance from the Slovs. Goalkeeper saw Liverpool striker Dirk Kuyt steal a loose ball and easily gave a pass to oncoming Wesley Sneijder to make it 2-0. Now Slovakia scored a consolation goal in the 94th minute from the penalty spot after the Dutch keeper brought down Vitek. Finally, 5-time champions Brazil continued their dominance in world football after thrashing Chile by 3-0. Super brilliant goal from Roman defender João in the 3rd minute with a header from a Maicons corner. Luis Fabiano's fashionable finish in the 38th minute, while Robinho's super calling edge finish in the 60th minute made it to set up a mission impossible for the Chileans. More second-round actions will be coming your way this week as Paraguay squares up against Japan, while 2 European warlords are main in terms of football. Spain will take on Portugal in another cracker. Now let's continue our support for Ghana, the only African team surviving in the World Cup, and continue to enjoy the thrills and the excitement of the World Cup. Until we come your way next time, keep watching the Ultimate World Cup show. From me at ITI, it's bye for now.
During a soldier, choosing your path.